All right, guys, it's another Thursday, March the 7th, David. It's
Yep,
March.
March the 7th.
Yes, March the 7th. Live from DraftKings at Casino Queen.
We're back from a hiatus. We've been gone 3 weeks since the Super Bowl.
God, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What a fun time we had
Yeah.
here during the Super Bowl. That was a
Yeah.
blast.
It
Nice.
was really packed. More packed than I thought it was going to be
Yeah,
for Super Bowl.
yeah. I think that's
Um,
because Kansas City was in the Super Bowl,
yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, I was
Well,
here
they
for
were
Kansas
last
City
year.
Philly. I was here for Kansas City Philly, and it was not nowhere packed like it was
There was a
during
lot
the.
of San Fran fans here.
Yeah.
A
Well,
lot.
San Francisco got a big following,
Yeah.
But, what's that?
Maybe next year. Maybe next
Yeah.
year. I love
But
the interaction we get.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's always good.
it's a lot of fun.
No more Super Bowl. We're only in for March Madness now. So got
That's
a little comp. Okay.
yeah, a little comp dinner. I like it. Uh,
Hey, don't let that MSG go to your head, Davey.
it already it already did. A lot of salt in his head.
That's a yeah. You help me out where that came from, David?
No,
Oh, come on.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't let that MSG go to your head, Mikey.
I don't get it.
Rounders.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How do I
when
forget
he's getting
that?
him a free, I knew she would know.
Yeah.
That was a formality. When he's getting him the free meal, and they're playing cards in Atlantic City, they're all together, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Worm
No,
comes up and is like tries to steal the chips, and they won't let
yeah.
him, and then he's like,
I
"Screw this
remember.
low limit stuff. Let's go to the noodle bar. I got a comp." And he's like, who's treating to a free meal? Don't let that MSG mess up your head, Mikey."
It's too late. It sounds like it already did mess up my head. My brain's already at Oakland
You going to Oakland next week?
next week. Do a show next
Yeah.
week and then go to bed for a few hours, and then I got a 7-hour drive to Oakland, which Hot Springs, Arkansas. Ready to go. I'm ready to go get my gamble on with the horses.
Yeah.
It's Derby season. We're right around the corner from the Kentucky Derby, so we're looking forward. Yeah, May, first Saturday of May.
Okay, I was going to
Yeah.
say April.
But all the prep races are happening now, so the points. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm probably going to end up going Derby week, like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to go up to Churchill for a day. Hopefully you'll go with me.
More than likely.
Yeah.
There's a 93.7% chance that I will. Absolutely. Yeah.
Have to not
I
get.
mean, we got to get into the horses more. All we got's baseball now.
Yeah.
I got some NBA stuff, but NBA schmNBA, you know? I mean, whatever. I can't get into that too much. We got baseball, so I got to get into the horses now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and looking forward to some live racing right around the corner here in St. Louis. But anyway, I'm ready to get my gamble on. They took Twin Spires away from us.
Yeah, no more Missouri Twin Spires.
No more Missouri Twin
Spires.
Spires.
Betting on the horses through Twin Spires.
No more betting on horses in Missouri.
So what do we got to do to get around this shit? We got to get us an Illinois address? Oh, maybe they don't like that. Never mind. Kids show. Sorry.
Well, what do we got to do to get around it? I don't know. That's a good question. I think we have to just make more trips to different racetracks and bet some horses. I think that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go Derby week on Tuesday or Wednesday. Hotel rooms are around $100 a night. You head into Thursday, they go to like $200 or $300 a night. You go to Friday, Saturday, forget about it. $700 to $1,500 a night for a Motel 6.
Yeah, we always stayed at the Ramada Inn. It's right up the street from the football stadium.
Yeah. Well, try to get a room on Derby.
The Derby weekend. Yeah.
And that Ramada is not very nice.
That Ramada's not $100 a night.
No.
It's not very, but it's not terrible. It's not. It's very doable.
For Derby weekend, would you pay $1,000 a night?
$1,000 a night. Hell, I've never paid $1,000 a night for a hotel in my life.
I'm not saying that's what they're getting. I haven't called, but I'm
400, 500,
700 for sure. It's
that
close to the track.
500. Okay.
Yeah. I would rather just drive in. It's only a 4-hour drive. I'd rather drive in for the day and just pay my ticket for the Derby and then drive home at night. Yeah. But I did stay in a bed and breakfast for Breeders' Cup once. It was 40 minutes from the track, and it was only $100 a night.
Yeah, that's something like that's what I would like.
But then pay your $100 to park right on somebody's lawn right across the track, and that's much cheaper than a hotel room at $700 a night.
Yep.
Anyway, but we're gonna go Derby week. We'll pick a day, Tuesday or Wednesday, and I just want to go up there during Derby week. and see the atmosphere, right? One of these days we're going to go to the Derby. It's 150th running, by the way, and they've remodeled.
150th
They spent
year.
a
Wow.
fortune remodeling
Wow.
Churchill Downs,
1874.
something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
1874. Yeah, very exciting. I don't have any picks, obviously. I mean, way too far out.
Oh yeah.
But we'll be giving those out.
Yeah.
We'll be doing that.
Yeah. We had who did we have on last year from?
I can't remember.
Yeah. You,
I made so many bets since then.
No. Who did you have on to handicap it?
Oh, Nick
Hines.
Nick Hines. Yeah, we're gonna have to reach out to Nick Hines again.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
Nick Hines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick's a lot of fun. I haven't
Yeah.
talked to him in a while. We need to give him a little.
He's one of those guys that you know what he's talking. You know that he knows what he's talking about from the first 2 seconds of talking to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know he does it for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he does.
Yeah. It's like talking to a doctor. You're like, okay, you seem like you know what you're talking about, doc. I'll just take your word for it. You know, you just sound like you do.
All right, so what do we got going on right now? Missouri.
The Missouri Valley tournament's
Missouri Valley
going
tournament.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in action
Let us know
tonight.
anybody in the chat if anybody's going this
Check the chat.
weekend or anybody went.
We thought about
to
going,
the first
didn't we?
couple of games.
We thought about going.
Yeah, I mean it's always fun. You know, you got a conference championship, conference tournament here, the Missouri Valley. It's always here.
What's up, Riffy?
Yeah, Riffy says, "Hello, ladies. Hello, Riff."
Riffy, you say you can't wait for my picks, but when I lose and he gets bad ones, you can't wait not for my picks, right?
Yeah. Well, nobody wants losers. We want winners. Tell him, Riffy. We want winners.
I ran second, third, and fourth last year, but I've had some good runs the last several years. I've cashed some nice tickets. I actually broke even on last year's Derby.
You didn't break even on the Breeders' Cup.
I did not.
You won a little bit.
I won a little bit on the Breeders' Cup. Had some big shots at some big money.
That last race was fun to watch.
That wasn't even a Breeders' Cup race. That was the last race of the day.
Yeah.
What did I say? My bet of the day, my bet of the weekend.
It
yeah, it was the one. My bet of the weekend. The whole bet of the weekend was the one horse in the last
12
race.
12-1?
He was 25 to 1 and went off at 12 to 1 with the last click. Remember, he dropped all the way down and he ran second.
He ran second by a.
Yeah. That was my bet of the weekend, and that would have. I made nice money. I made about 800 on the weekend, but that would have sealed the deal for about about 4,000 on the weekend. But we had a good weekend. It was a lot of fun hanging out with our man Riff. It was a bunch of fun. We're going to be doing that again for Derby week. Riffy, we need to know where the party is for Derby Day now that it's not at your house. So Riffy's, we can't bet. We can't bet on Twin Spires anymore. So what are we going to do, Riff? Riff, what are we going to do? What are we going to do, Riffy?
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Do who? You know.
What's Riffy saying? Rich Strike.
Rich Strike, yeah.
Rich Strike didn't win last year.
Yeah.
That was like 3-4 years ago. All right, Kyrie Riffy. What do you got?
Riffy got that one from the clouds.
What is he saying? That's
Rich
because
Strike.
you had such a
nice host.
Yes, we had a wonderful host.
Yeah. Well, as always, that's a good.
So Riffy, it's your job to tell us where the party is for the Derby, but we got to be able to.
He's working on Fairmont for a tailgate.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
All right. Well.
All right. Well, let us know. We'll be there.
There's a huge chance that we.
There's a, as you say, 98.6
chance.
Yeah.
It's very likely, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we could go to Max, right? We could go to Max.
No.
No?
Yeah.
They got better food at Max, though.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, we'll go with Mr. Clemson John and Riffy where they want to go. I'm going to be a follower this year. You just tell me where the party is, and I'll be there.
Yeah. And you can take off the whole day from work. Yeah. You had to rush off last time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not happening this year.
It ain't happening this year. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I got a fever. I got a fever for the horses. That's what I got. Win or lose, I will be taking off Derby Day.
We got some tickets.
We got tickets.
Let's see what you got here. What do we got?
John put together a ticket for me today.
Yep.
Because I don't know really anything about Missouri Valley Conference.
Well, I didn't put any Mo Valley teams in here.
Oh, you did not. You did not.
No.
Do we have any Missouri Valley?
Let's see here. No, 2 games went off today. The other 2 games I didn't really like. These first 2, good Lord, they were blowouts. Missouri State, shout out to the Bears out of Springfield. The Bears put a whooping on Murray State. The Racers scored 35. Missouri State 60 to 35. Blowout. And then the next game, Belmont played the worst team in the Valley, Valpo. Valpo is awful. Belmont took care
Wait
of
a second.
business,
Valpo has
86-61.
not always been awful. As
Valpo's,
much as I know about,
that was 25 years
I
ago with
understand, but
Drew,
they have
with
not.
Scott Drew and
They
Bryce
have not
Drew.
always
And,
been awful.
I know, but ever since Scott Drew and Bryce Drew,
So I'm not wrong here.
you
As
know.
much as little as I know about what you're talking
You remember
about,
that? Yeah,
I do remember
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is a shining, as they say in March Madness, a shining moment. That is
Yeah.
the one shining moment for Valpo.
So I don't.
Bryce Drew hit
I'm not
that
going to say I
corner
know
half court.
0 about it, but
Yeah.
pretty close. As you would put a percentage on it, 0.7%.
He's in the casual world.
Yeah.
He's amongst the casuals.
I have this thing is it doesn't really matter what it is. If you can bet on it, I'll watch it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you remember Bryce Drew?
I do.
That was good. The half court
I do.
shot.
Yes.
Since then, they've been on a 20-year hiatus, and they are awful this year. They're 7-24, and Belmont put a whooping on them. Belmont favored by 13. They win by 25.
Yeah, not even close.
Never a sweat. So those two Missouri Valley games were blowouts.
Did you use those games?
No, I didn't.
You did.
I didn't get here in time to bet them, David. It was a planning mistake. It was a planning error. Flag on the planning party, Terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, we try not to make those mistakes. Let's see. What's the other two Missouri Valley games we got here? That's not it. No, here it is. Evansville and Illinois State. The Redbirds of Illinois State and Evansville. These are two middle-of-the-road teams at best. I wouldn't bet this game. No bet for me on this one. It already tipped off. Tipped off just a few minutes ago. And, yeah, that's it. I guess just 3 Missouri Valley games.
So what are they at the Enterprise
There's
Center?
got to be 4 games, though. There's got to be like an 8 one after this Illinois State game.
Are they at the Enterprise
Yeah,
Center?
they're at the Enterprise, I think. Yeah.
Yep. When's it over? This tournament?
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that's it. There's only 3 games today then. Okay. 3. So no more Valpo and no more Murray State. They're going home till next year. Missouri State moves on and Belmont moves on though. But yeah. Let's see what we got on the ticket. Iona -5. The Gales of Iona. I think they're going to mess up this Manhattan team.
What's a
They're
Gales?
going to
What's
mess
a
them
Gale?
up. What is a Gale? That's a dang good question, baby. Let me look.
I want to know who I want to know who I'm betting on. I want to know. I want to know what it is.
What is a let's see here. Oh, a Gale is anyone of Irish, Gaelic, and ancestry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't really start paying attention to them
What's their
until Rick
mascot?
Pitino started coaching there a couple years ago.
What's their mascot?
That is a good question. What is Iona's mascot?
I'm not totally useless.
Yeah, this is a Killian. Killian the Gale. K-I-L-L-I-A-N.
Yeah.
Killian the Gale keeps the Iona spirit high throughout the year. Modeled loosely on various Gaelic characters, Killian the Gale enrolled at Iona many years ago and loved it so much he decided to stay for life. He's a lifer. So whatever the Killian the Gale is, that's Iona's mascot.
Where is Iona?
What?
Where is Iona? New York?
New York.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Somewhere up in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of Rick Pitino, he was at Iona. He went from Louisville, had the scandal where they were buying strippers for the athletes. So he left, went to Iona. He's back at St. John's, and he's got the Johnnies rolling. They are rolling towards March Madness. Yeah, so St. John's is just rolling.
Oh, you cracked me up.
They are. They're ready to go. The Red Storm
understand.
are storming towards March. The Red Storm. But
Coppin State. Where's Coppin?
What's the next game on there? We got Iona -5.
Coppin State versus Morgan State.
Oh, yeah. We had to head to the SWAC for this one, the HBCU schools. This is a fade special. Bet against Coppin State. They've won 2 games all year.
Okay.
That's all that
we
is.
got Morgan State -6.
The Bears of Morgan State.
The Bears of Morgan State.
Yeah.
Yep.
Morgan State -6 against 2-win Coppin. And then,
So was St. Peter's the favorite here
huh?
when you moved this line?
No, the other team was.
Okay.
So, and then we're going to take a road trip, David. We're going to go with the moving company of Ryder, the Broncos. The Ryder Broncos +3. We're going to give them a few points. Ryder +3. The line was -1. Ryder -1. I moved it to +3 just to get a little insurance on there. So we got Ryder +3. I think they're going to win the game against St. Peter's. The Peacocks go down. They're not going back to March this year. The Cinderella dance of Peacock. The Peacocks of St. Peter's is done. Remember what they did last year?
No.
Oh, yeah, you do. I'm about to tell you.
I remember Furman of last year.
Furman, the Paladins. Yeah.
That was fun.
They're going to be right in there to win the
Yeah.
SoCon.
No.
But St. Peter's beat Purdue.
Oh, I do remember that.
I know you do.
Yes.
I knew you were going to once I told you.
Yes.
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 As the second 16 to ever beat a
yes.
1.
Yeah.
And they didn't just beat them; they embarrassed them. Wow.
What they do the next week?
They won the second game.
Yeah.
Lost the third.
They lost the third one.
Lost in the Sweet 16.
Who'd they beat in the second one?
Let's look. I forgot.
We're gonna find out. Johnny's fast. Johnny's fast with this looking up stuff. I got a lot of questions, John.
Which teams did St. Peter's beat in the tournament? Purdue. That's not right. Peacocks on Friday went into Sweet 16 game against number 3 seed Purdue. Oh, that's 2022. Hold on a second.
Hold on. Time out.
Why would they pull up St. Peter's from 2022? That's the most lopsided thing I've ever seen. 2023 is what we're looking for. Dang Google. They beat Purdue in the first round. Let me just 2023 NCAA bracket. We need the completed one, not 24. There we go. Here we go. All right, got it right here.
All right, here we go.
No, St. Peter's didn't. That was 22. Fair Dick beat Purdue.
Fair Dick.
Fair Dick beat Purdue. That's right. Because Fair Dick wasn't.
I remember that.
And it was weird how Fair Dick got in. They lost their conference championship game, but Merrimack beat them, and Merrimack wasn't eligible to go to the NCAA tournament because they had just moved up from D2 to D1. So there's a stupid ass rule.
They were going no matter what.
Yeah, there's a stupid rule where if you move up from D2 to D1, you can't go to the postseason for 2 years. So Merrimack beat Fair Dick, but they couldn't go, so Fair Dick went by default and beat Purdue. That's what it was.
What were they plus? Just curious. You remember?
Oh, they had to
whatever it was. It wasn't a fair price.
25 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
Give or take a few.
Yeah.
25 to 1. Fairleigh Dickinson.
What's the last one on Riffies? What's he say?
Hi, Stephen Allen.
Stephen Allen. Hi, Stephen Allen.
Hi, Stephen Allen.
All right.
Yeah. Not sure who Steve and Allen are, Riffy. But if you figure it out, Riff, by all means, let us know, brother. Let us know if you figure that one out, Riff.
But you crack me
speaking of blowouts, we got a hell of a blowout in the Big West Conference.
That's huge.
The first round of the Big West tournament, Pepperdine went in as just 9-point favorites against Pacific. The Tigers of Pacific. We Tigers, as LSU's coach would like to say. Orgeron would say, we Tigers. But, yeah. Pacific.
What's he doing these days?
Oh, he's chilling on a boat, man. He got his $17 million.
What is it? What was it? What's his name?
You got $17 million on your contract, and we're going to pay it to you, Coach. All right, when you want me to leave, and what door do you want me to go out of? He was excited. Orgeron's just living life, man.
Could you imagine?
He had all them transfers and all that team they put together,
Can you imagine
that 1 year wonder.
Here.
That's all it was, a 1 year wonder, LSU.
We're going to pay you and just take $17 million with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this
we're gonna fire you But
Yeah.
here's a parting gift: 17 million.
Yeah.
Unreal.
What are you doing, Coach? Calling an Uber. And get me out of here. I got no more time.
But
No more
Pepperdine was 9-point favorites against Pacific. That's all. Halftime score 56-9. That's all. 56-9.
Yeah. They let off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, Pepperdine's put the third string in and brought somebody from the student body in
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah, why not? I could have played.
It's 42-91 now.
I couldn't have played.
Yeah, they're only losing by 49. Yeah.
Yeah. My experience with the ABA last year, I'll never go on a court again. I was sore for 2 weeks. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Well, we hit a certain plateau, Davy boy. You just go downhill.
Yeah.
But God, these guys are the same age. They're in college. I mean, 42-91. Pacific's getting railroaded. 56-9 at halftime. I mean, Pacific's going to have to be delegated to Division II. That's horrible. They scored 26 points in a game this year, by the way. Pacific did. We Tigers. They not much Tigers after that. We got this on our ticket, Davy boy. Texas State, the Bobcats, versus Southern Miss. We got Texas State plus 7.5. They can take that 7.5 and put it in the trash. We don't need it. We're up 43-29 in the second half.
Wow.
Let's go.
Well, how are we doing with these other games?
Let's check Iona. Let's check the Gales. How are the Gales doing? Oh my gosh, that's not going to last. They can't let. That's going to kill me if that happens.
Iona is losing big.
Yeah, they're losing 26-19. It's early though.
Yeah.
This is what the live line thinks. Iona's favored by 2.5. They're huge favorites. They're not losing this game, folks. You can get some good live money on them. Shoot, I'm out of cashola. I ain't got no cash. You can get some good.
There's an ATM right there, Johnny. There's an ATM right there.
There is.
It's full of cash.
Yeah.
You can always get cash.
That's true.
Do we need to take a break so you can make a bet?
No.
Okay.
But Iona is minus 160 on the money line. Good God. So that's a great value. Bet that if you like money. Iona's going to win that game. We got Niagara on the tournament, don't we?
On the ticket?
On the ticket, I meant.
Niagara.
Tournament.
Where?
I can't speak. Did we put them on there?
I don't think so.
I didn't put Niagara. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. Sienna's awful. They've only won 4 games all year. Should have put Niagara on there. Other than that, it's early, you know. A lot of back.
Oh, Steve. Steve Sobel. What's up, Steve?
Driving to Milwaukee. Yeah, what's up, Steve?
What's in Milwaukee? I've never been there. I mean, I know it's there, but Steve,
what's in Milwaukee?
You got a big tournament, Steve? What's going
Brewers.
on? Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever been to Milwaukee?
I've never been to Milwaukee.
I never.
Chicago's as far north
nice.
as I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far north as I've gotten. But
if it still take a chance of snow this time of year, like really heavy snow, I don't want to be there. Like it still could snow here, but
yeah,
I don't want to be like Chicago or anywhere north.
Yeah, we're all clear of the snow, David.
No, we're not clear yet.
I'm going to say we're clear.
Okay.
I'll take a chance on the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, nice winter though.
Yeah, it's been an incredible, weird winter, you know.
Yeah. We didn't do our normal weather report.
A winter I grew up with, the South Carolina winters, you know. What snows one time, it's gone in 2 days.
Well, Steve, we wish you a safe trip.
Yeah, safe travels to the land of Milwaukee. With the Brewers and the Bucks. That's about it up there, I guess.
Yeah.
No, Milwaukee's they play in the Horizon League tonight, actually, I think. Milwaukee. Yeah, they play Green Bay. Yeah. The Panthers of Milwaukee. That's actually a good game. Green Bay was like one of the worst teams ever last year. They're doing a lot better this year, 18-13. Both are 18-13. Battling in the Horizon. So Milwaukee and Green Bay play tonight. Other than that, everything's pretty early.
See what he said.
We'll see how the second half
Let's
shakes out.
see what Steve's got to say.
Cheese curds, Harley Davidson, and beer. I was going to say the beer. And yes for the tourney.
Yes.
Yep.
Right on. Well, have a great one.
Yeah.
Hope it all goes well for you.
Yep.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
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 Stetson and Jacksonville are underway. I think we got that one on here. No, I didn't take them off. I was a little afraid of the Dolphins. I took them off your ticket. The Jacksonville Dolphins.
It's a close
Not to be
game.
confused with the
That's a close
Miami.
game.
Yeah, Jacksonville actually beat the 1 seed the last night, or no, 2 nights ago, or it was last night, 2 nights, whatever. Jacksonville beat Eastern Kentucky, the 1 seed in the tournament, and they're playing Stetson. I think Stetson's going to win this game. I think the Hatters are going to win. I think Stetson might win this conference. So look for them on your brackets.
All right, what we got? Rutgers, Wisconsin.
Rutgers, Wisconsin. Rutgers is winning that game early somehow. That's strange. I didn't like this at all. Wisconsin's laying 10 at home. I'm not laying 10 points with Wisconsin anywhere. I don't care where they play. You can't lay 10 points with Wisconsin. Rutgers up 22-13 early.
Early.
If you got Rutgers plus 10, you're feeling pretty damn good. But what we did is Rutgers, or Wisconsin rather, under 75.5 team total points.
I like that.
They got 13 with 7 minutes left, so good luck's all I got to say to hit 76. And the alternate under of 144 for the game.
It's on pace right now.
It's
right on pace.
35. No, there's 7 minutes left.
Oh yeah, it's over.
So they may it's on the under.
No.
Under. They got 35.
Yeah, if you add the first
35.
half.
There's 7 minutes left.
Yeah.
Let's say they get another 25 points. That's 60.
Yeah, I know, 60, but they started with 12. Yeah, they could easily hit over. If they're on this pace, it'll go over. They're already at 35.
If they get 60 in the first half,
if they get 60, but they're on pace to get 70.
No, they're on pace to get 60. They got 35. There's only 7 minutes left.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of quarters. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you.
Yep.
I'm with you. I'm back on track.
We're on a big under pace. The live line, we got 144. The live line's probably 127. Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
Let's see here. And our last leg of it is the Buffaloes of Colorado.
It's a late game.
I took the man on the Buffalo. Colorado plus 6.5. I think this is going to be a close game. I think Colorado-Oregon's going to be close. Oregon plays a lot of close games. Oregon's a team I thought was going to be a lot better than they are. They got a nice big man in the middle, but they just haven't lived up to expectations. So Colorado plus 6.5. Oregon under 77.5 points. Colorado over 64.5. So that's the last 3 legs of that ticket. And 17-1 odds.
Yeah, I like it.
17 to 1.
We need Iona. We need that. The other ones are already.
I'm not worried about the Gales.
Let's see what it's at.
The
now.
Gales are going to come through for us, David.
Oh,
as you say in horse racing, there's a lot of time left,
There's
John. There's a lot of time left.
Yeah, a lot of racing to be done.
They're going way too fast.
Well, they're already within 2 points.
Yeah, Iona's 27-29. They're down 2.
Yeah.
They're not losing this game. Yeah. When I told everybody to get the money line at 160, it's now 250.
You know what I think's neat for you is you'll be doing the show from Vegas. I'll be here.
Oh, for the end of March.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tonight. John will be in a sports book somewhere in Vegas.
Yeah.
Making several wagers.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you. Can't make it this year.
Yeah. I like it because there'll be nothing on. There'll be nothing on but college basketball. I won't have to worry about the 71st game of the hockey season, an NFL game, tennis or soccer, nothing.
Well, golf will be on.
I
know you're not worried about golf.
No, there'll be nothing on but the game.
Do you have any idea what book you're going to be in?
No.
No? You have no plans yet?
No.
You'll find a seat.
Yes. Yeah. But there'll be nothing on but the games. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Just give me about 4 games.
In Vegas, they start really early. Like
I know, because of the time difference, man. That'd be brutal. I couldn't live out there. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're not a morning guy.
Yeah, Saturday mornings in the fall, 9 a.m. Oh God!
That means
I'd have to wake up at 7 a.m., 7:30.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be brutal.
Well, you'll be up while you're there.
Yeah.
You might just stay up all night.
Well, 4 days. It's a 4-day, stay awake-a-thon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much sleep when we went for 4 days? How
about
much sleep?
3 hours a night.
A night.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little napsy, shower, and you were good to go.
Yeah, that Sunday we woke up to, was it Sunday? Yeah. We went over to the Red Rock. Is
Yeah.
that the name of it?
No.
What's the name of that?
Rampart.
Rampart.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, I like that sports book. I really
Yeah.
did, especially for something way off the strip.
Yeah.
Rampart's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
Dwayne Colucci.
yeah,
Super
Dwayne.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great host.
But we went over there. I woke up to the crazy news that they kicked Florida State out of the playoff.
Yeah.
That was wild. That's the first thing I seen. David wakes me up. I look up at the TV and I'm like, "Where's Florida State? They didn't make it." Couldn't believe it.
I can't wait to hear where you're at when we do this. It's gonna be a bunch of fun.
Yeah, it'll be a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
Little 4 to 5 day stint in Vegas during March
The
Madness.
only thing is what you've talked about before. You can't bet there like you bet here.
Yeah, I know.
Can't do it.
They don't have as many same game parlays and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I'll
But you'll have fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't go back to Hell's Kitchen. We learned that.
Oh no, Hell's Kitchen. No, don't eat there. Terrible.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
My scallops were rubber.
Yeah, you can eat there if you want rubber scallops. And I tried to give the macaroni a benefit of the doubt, but once it sat there for about 60 seconds, it looked like they poured Elmer's glue in it instead of cheese.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
So
way overpriced.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. If Gordon Ramsay was actually there, no way he'd let that stuff go out.
Ooh, that was rough.
How did they let that stuff even be plated?
It was literally rubber scallops, and
it was the smallest scallops I've ever seen.
Small too.
And I took a bite and it was terrible.
Yeah.
$35 for scallops.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
they're all like that.
Anyway,
you're terrible. They say the only thing you can get there is that beef Wellington thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'm
going to say it for you because you always like try new things.
What?
You're a foodie. You like new places. Anybody got any good ideas for restaurants for John? He's going in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Lay it on us.
Yeah, send in the
Steve, I know you got some.
Yeah.
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 Come on, I know you got some good restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out there for 9 days, 8 or 9 days in June. I want to try some new stuff. Yeah. I can't wait. Going during the World Series of Poker. Haven't been there for a while.
Yeah, we did find a little breakfast place way off the
We
strip.
found it amazing. I know this isn't the food report, but that's part of being in a casino in Vegas is you got to find some good eats.
You take a trip off the strip. We
Grits.
went to a little diner place called Grits Cafe.
Unbelievable.
It was
Best
pretty good.
breakfast I've ever had. Yes.
It was pretty good.
Unbelievable. What do you got? What do you got?
Let's see.
David
here.
Sanders. Ocean One.
Ocean
David
One.
was talking about this earlier today. He said every entree is $5.99, and he says the food's amazing. He says the reviews are amazing on
Really?
Ocean One. $5.99 for every entree. I don't even know how they make food for $5.99.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? But anyway, that's what he says, right? Oh, here we go. What else we got?
All lunches at Ocean One are currently $5.99.
Barry's at Circa. Is that Steakhouse, Steve? Let me know if you going. Wait. Read it. I can't read that far.
David said dinners are more expensive.
What'd Steve say?
Barry's at Circa. Same.
What else? Let me know if you're going. My buddy works. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'll try that. I will definitely try that in June. Going the 22nd through the 29th. I'm looking forward to that. 8 days in Vegas. How you like that, John?
You're going for 8 days?
8 or 9 days.
Yeah,
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. That's not healthy for me. That's just not healthy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds Davey comes back busted?
By day 5. I'll be for everybody watching. Don't answer your phone. Day 6, I'm out there. That's all I got to tell you. It's not to say hi. Anybody got Cash App?
All right, Mr. Cash App. On that
You wanna take a break?
let's take a little break.
We're gonna take 2 minutes.
And when we get back, I got some little darlings of
Yep.
the tournament.
Yep.
Some Cinderellas we'll
All
go
right.
over.
Cash App.
Cash App.
Cash App.
winner!
All right, guys.
Well, we had
we made it back.
We made it back.
Yeah.
We had a little discussion with the crew here about going busted in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I asked a stupid question. I asked around, has anybody ever been busted in Vegas? So, you know what my very first email was dmsharf at sbcglobal.net. My second email was WSOP Railbird. Because I was on the rail watching everybody else play by day 3 or 4. It really was WSOP Railbird, because I always was broke in Vegas, and
Yeah.
being broke in Vegas is the worst ever.
You ever walked to the airport before?
Yes, you know this story. I've told this story many times. Yeah, I have walked with my bags to the airport, getting honked at by cabbies and flicked off by cabbies, walking up the ramp to the Southwest terminal. Yes, I have, and it was 112 outside when I did it. I was so soaked, but yeah, and I didn't have a backpack at the time. It was a suitcase, a duffel bag. It was like I didn't have a strap, put over my shoulder. I think I had to switch arms so many times. I walked from the Mirage to the Southwest terminal at the airport. That's all I'm going to give you the story. There's a lot of back. It take too long. But one of these times I may tell it. I punished myself. I punished myself for going broke in Vegas. I didn't even have enough for bus fare to get to the airport.
Do you know what the Mirage was before it was the Mirage?
I don't remember.
No?
No. What was it? What was it? No, it was
Wasn't it-
there
what
was something there.
Yeah, the Hacienda.
The Hacienda. Yeah, maybe. Really?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they said on that Joe Rogan episode of Billy Walters when he was talking about the fighter.
Yeah, it probably was. I can't remember the dunes when I was little. My dad took me when I was 12, and then the dunes went away, and that became the Bellagio.
Yeah. He said
Yeah.
they used to have fights at the Hacienda.
Yeah.
He said he had a boxer. They did a 6-round fight, and he's fighting this guy who's like, 1 win, 4 losses, and a draw or something. And he's like, he's got no shot against my guy. And he's, laying 5-1, 10-1. He don't care. He's stealing. He just, it doesn't matter. He's going to win. And by about the 3rd round, his guy's getting his face torn off. And his wife's like, looks to him and she's like, you got to stop the fight, Billy. He's like, he's going to pass out. And he goes up to the trainer and says, we got to stop the fight. By the way, I need to borrow $50,000. And he said, you need to borrow $50,000. And he looks at the fighter. He says, maybe we ought to let him go a little bit more. So he actually comes out, wins the 5th round, wins the 6th round, and they get a draw. Yeah. And he tells the story. The guy wrote him, hadn't talked to him in 30 years or more, wrote him a letter while he was in jail in Pensacola. And just first time he talked to him, he said, by the way, I couldn't lose that fight for you and Miss Susan. So, yeah, that was kind of the...
What was he in jail for?
What, Billy Walters?
No. Oh, Billy Walters was
Yeah,
in
Billy
jail.
Walters was in...
I
While
was- I
Billy
got
Walters
mixed-
was in jail,
There, okay.
the guy wrote him a letter.
Yeah.
First time he had talked to him in forever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And said, I could have never lost that fight.
I know we're going to get to basketball in a second, but you have turned me on to this book, and a lot of these stories that he's told, not a lot, a few of these stories that he has told, I have heard through other players in my time. When I was a kid, I was in my early 20s living in Vegas, and I always said to myself, if 10% of these stories are true, these are some great stories. These are the best stories. I could never,
Yeah.
And then I'm hearing, I told you when we were driving a couple weeks ago, and I said, like, these are stories that some of them I've heard.
Yep.
And wow, that's all I gotta say. So Billy Walters' book, audiobook, John got it, and I
Yeah.
started listening, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like 12 hours long.
Yeah, the first part's not great.
I actually like the first part. It's like telling it his life, how he grew up, and
yeah, it's more interesting. I like hearing the stories better.
well, yeah.
The stories are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, get Billy Walters' audiobook. It's unbelievable. 12 hours. Yeah.
My favorite story in the book is probably the him telling his wife to look at the apartments. That's probably my favorite story of the
Or do you
whole
want
book.
do you want to tell it or no?
Well,
Or
yeah,
you want to be a spoiler?
well, now I'll tell it.
Okay.
He so he comes home. He got 2 apartment brochures, gives them to his wife, and says, "Which one do you like better?" She's like, "I don't know. Why? I don't care. This one, whatever." Like, all right, well, pack your bags because I lost the house. And she said
Oh, that's funny.
he said after she calmed down, she said, "Well, should I call the movers?" "Oh, don't worry about the movers. I lost the furniture too."
God. Oh, I don't think I was ever that bad.
Well, he was in a like if he didn't have every dime he had, uh, you know, in front gambling, then he didn't want to play. He never played for
Checked it.
small stakes. He wasn't afraid to go broke.
Yeah.
He went broke many a
Well,
times.
obviously, either was I, because I've been broke many times.
No,
Not
but
on that
yeah,
level.
he
Yeah.
yeah, he was. They said the casinos always knew him as um, a guy that couldn't hold on to his money, but a dangerous sucker that couldn't hold on to his money because he wasn't afraid to go broke.
Right.
You know,
Well,
and he bought a. You got to listen to this one, but he bought a roulette wheel. I'll tell you that.
okay.
That's a good spoiler. He bought a from the manufacturers, and
Yeah.
him and Steve Wynn get entangled in that.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yep, yep.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh
I haven't
yeah,
got to that point
yep.
yet.
He pissed off Steve Wynn with the game of roulette.
Well,
But
I love the book so far, so
oh
I
yeah,
haven't got there yet.
yep.
All right, what do we got going on for the big dance? What we got? I know you
Well,
got
I'm just
something.
looking at some predictions we put together, and I like my little small schools. They got some shots, Davey. Looking at these 12
Let's be
seeds,
clear when you're saying shots to win first round
shots to win.
or
Yeah,
win it all.
no, not win it all.
That's what I want to clarify,
Not win it
right?
all.
Yeah,
No,
I want to clarify. Check the chat.
but yeah, they got some shots. If we look at these 12 seeds,
What do we got? Filet mignon and lobster tail. Thank you, David. And
filet and a lobster
Steve,
tail.
we'll be there same time. We're gonna have dinner.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
when. Yeah, David's got it booked for them.
Yeah. Well, let's make reservations now, Steve. I'm ready to go now. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I'm always hungry though.
yeah,
I got a big appetite.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Steve. Make reservations. Let me know what time and where. I'll be there.
But the 12 seeds, the South Florida Bulls. Mess with the Bulls, you get the horns. So they're playing really good. 23-5, 13-1 in the conference. Their coach, Raheem, was at Kennesaw State last year. Kennesaw State made a run to the tournament last year. He took an upgraded job and went to South Florida, and he's got the Bulls rolling. So I look for them to be about a 12 seed. That's what I'd put them at. 23-5, 13-1 in the American Athletic Conference. Memphis is the best team in that conference, but Memphis can't overcome Penny Hardaway. Coaching is terrible. I mean, Memphis is so talented, but you watch a Memphis game and it just drives you crazy. That's how they play. Also, we got another Tigers sighting. We are Tigers. The Princeton Tigers out of the Ivy League. They won 2 games last year.
Yeah.
Beat Mizzou. Beat Arizona Wildcats. So I'd put them at like a 12 or 13 seed. Ken Palm ranking got them 64, 51 net ranking. Princeton's 23-3, 11-2 in the Ivy. So look for Princeton to make some noise. These are games you could get it like, depending on who they play, plus 800, plus 10-1, 8-1, stuff like that. There's always a 12 that beats a 5, David. Always a 12 beats a 5.
I am going to bet, and I know it's the Rick Barnes curse or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet Tennessee to win it all this year.
That Tennessee's solid.
I mean, you could get like 12-1, 13-1.
I know they're pretty solid last year,
Yeah.
but they got that transfer from Northern Colorado, which I don't know how Dalton Connect winds up at Northern Colorado, but nevertheless,
I'm not pretending to know what I'm talking about, but
it's got to come to an end eventually.
I mean, really,
the Rick Barnes curse has to come to an end.
It has to come to an end. They got a good team this year.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
solid. man.
13-1 on a good team. I don't know. I might throw $100 on that. Seriously.
Yeah.
And don't take my word for it. I don't know crap.
Yeah, I mean, Dalton Connect's a great player, man. He's surrounded by a bunch of talent. So the Volunteers, look for them to make a run. I think so. Another 12 seed, I think, to watch out for is they used to get things in the mail from these guys, or like emails for online universities, but they're for real now. The Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon, look for them to 26-4, 16-3 in the WAC. So I think Grand Canyon's going to make some noise.
Well, I'm rooting for anything in Arizona. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
and how am I just curious. I
Mhm.
have not been following this year's first year in a long time. I haven't been following. How my Sun Devils doing this year? Terrible, right?
horrible,
Horrible.
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 Yeah, they're playing tonight. They're playing USC at USC, and they're 10-point dogs against USC.
And they should
And
be.
USC's terrible. That's the game of the basement dwellers there. I think Arizona State and USC.
We need to go back to the Headache Smith days.
Headache Smith. That was a good story.
Did you ever? We talked about this before. Have you ever seen the documentary? I'm in there somewhere. I'm in the student section rushing the court.
Yeah.
I'm in that documentary somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I don't know where, but I guarantee you there was alcohol involved.
Yep. Headache
Yeah.
Smith was a point shaving scandal in the 90s.
Yep. Yep. When I
Those of
went to
you that
Arizona
didn't
State,
know.
I had season tickets for many years.
Billy Walters also talks about that as well.
Yes, he does.
Yep.
I
They
don't.
said, how did you know that he had a line. He made his own lines. That's what he did.
Yep.
He had a line on the game, and it was 6 points off. So he's like, I'm going to double down, triple down on this game.
He lost a lot of money.
And he lost the first game because they were
Yep.
shaving. So, they do it again, and he doesn't bet the game, but he goes back and watches it, and he finds out something's off here. So he calls all the sportsbook managers and was like, these guys, something's off. So they went to the different casinos making $10,000 bets, and it was moving the line a bunch all the time. And he's like, basketball games don't move. This regular season basketball game would not move 6 points. It just wouldn't. It's not going to happen. So Joe Rogan asked him, how did you know that they were doing that? He's like, it's like finding an elephant in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Because it just don't
So
move
I want to
6
tell you
points.
something. I watched the documentary on Netflix, and from what I remember, there's a few, very few, but there's a few inaccuracies from what I was told, and I can't verify. I don't have anything to back that up, except that I have very good friends of mine that were friends with the bookie.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow.
of his bookie. So I'm going to lean on the information that I got, just because my connections.
Sure. Yeah.
But I will say that documentary was, from what I remember, I would put a high percentage on it being, for the most part, all correct.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, obviously they're going to do more research than I ever did, but I was there when it happened. Like, I wasn't a part of it, but I was only one person away from the actual bookie that Headache Smith dealt with. So that's pretty.
He was an out of town guy, wasn't he?
Well, he what? No,
They came to Vegas, didn't they?
Yes, but the bookie, the bookie that originally that Headache Smith got into was in Phoenix, right?
Okay.
And his friend, the bookie's friend, is the one who made all the big bets.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
flew to Vegas and made all the big, from Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? But the actual bookie that Headache Smith got into was originally, and then that's how that was. Right.
That's
So
how
they're
that
missing.
circle and
They are
connect.
missing. They're missing parts of the original, how Headache got involved, right? A little bit of it, but yeah. So for the most part, I found it to be, from what I was privy to, pretty close to accurate. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Right? Great story. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth a watch for sure.
Right.
But yeah, Grand Canyon, the Antelopes, look for them to make some noise this March. I like Grand Canyon, 26-4, strong year. Speaking of strong, Will Wade and the McNeese Cowboys. Will Wade and his strong ass offers.
Where's McNeese State?
McNeese is in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the Southland Conference.
Okay.
With A&M Corpus Christi and Lamar and Northwestern State. McNeese State. Will Wade's their coach. Will Wade and his strong ass offers. That's a reference from him getting in trouble at LSU. Will Wade, the McNeese State coach, was the head coach at LSU, and he was on a wiretap or a recorded conversation with before NIL saying, "We need to make this kid a strong ass offer."
Yeah.
So he got in trouble, got fired. So everybody calls him strong ass offer. So strong ass offer is at McNeese State now, and he's got a strong ass team. 28-3, 17-1. This team went to Ann Arbor, Michigan, beat the Wolverines earlier in the year, which Michigan's terrible this year, but we're talking about McNeese State. So it's a big win for them beating Michigan. They're going to make some noise this March. A 12 seed would be a really high seed. I'd put them at a 13 maybe. But 12 or 13, McNeese is going to make some noise. I like these four to make some noise. South Florida, the Bulls, because if you mess with the Bulls, you get the Horns. Princeton, the We Are Tigers. Grand Canyon, the Antelopes. And the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys at McNeese
You
State?
have not. I can't believe we've gone 54 minutes and you've not mentioned your own Clemson Tigers.
Well, that's because our coach sucks, man. He zips the enthusiasm out of everybody. It's like, it's just how
Are
it
they getting out of the
man.
first round?
Who knows?
8 or 9 seed, right?
They could make it to the Elite Eight, or they could lose in the first round of the NIT. They have to overcome their coaching. It's that bad. It's terrible.
Did we ever find out where the tournament?
Clemson's going to make the dance, though. They'll probably be a 7-ish seed, 6 to 8. Maybe a 5 if they make a deep run. It's going to be a 5 probably if they make a deep run. But
in the NIT.
Huh?
Well, how are they going to be a 5 seed?
There'll be a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, if they make a deep run in what?
ACC tournament.
That's what I'm
If
asking.
they make a deep run in the ACC tournament, they'll be a 5 seed.
All right. Before we get out of here, can we check the tickets?
Another one I want to mention.
Okay.
The Sun Belt. Let's go to the Sun Belt with App State and James Madison. App State's already won the conference regular season. So James Madison's 28-3. They got him on the bubble somehow. They got a 28. What's up, guys? Iona. I took Iona. Speaking of that, how is Iona doing?
We're going to find out in a second.
Iona is... Oh, shoot. They're down by 9 at the half. What in the world is going on? Wow. Well, anyway, James Madison's 28-3. And they went to Michigan State and beat Michigan State this year. Michigan State's like, 18-11 or something. I'm off a game or two, but whatever. If they put Michigan State in over James Madison's 28-3, and they've won 10 in a row, and they went to East Lansing and beat Michigan State, that just baffles me. So I'm interested to find out what happens there. If James Madison gets in, that's a team that can score. They've won 10 in a row. So I don't know how they're going to keep this team out. They score 80 points a game. They've scored their last, 10 games, they've scored 86, 84, 80, 87, 84, 83. There's a 77 and a 78 spot. 105, they just scored 105, that's all. So this is a dangerous team. I don't know how they're going to be able to keep them out of the tournament at 28-3. But, we'll see what happens.
We got a few minutes. Let's check I know we're losing by 9.5. Let's check the other ones.
Morgan State. Let's check on Morgan against Coppin. That's got to be early. That just tipped off at 6:30, I think. Let's see here. Where is... This was a bet against Coppin State special. They've only won 2 games all year. It don't tip off. It hadn't tipped. Is it not tipped off?
No, 6:25. It's been going on a half hour.
I don't. I haven't seen it tipped off yet.
Maybe
these lower HBCU games, they have some weird delays sometimes. There was a delay a couple of weeks ago with, I think, Florida Gulf Coast and Stetson. Somebody was stuck in the elevator. Like 4 or 5 players We're stuck in the elevator for like half an hour. So everybody's wondering why hasn't the game started yet? And there was another one last week where somehow the women play in the same gym and the women's game played before the men's and it went into overtime. So now the men had to wait on the women's game to get over. That was pretty wild. Brought back high school memories, maybe.
Oh, you're still on
But
McNeese.
yeah, is this Morgan State game really not tipped off? Yeah, it's not tipped off yet. 6:49 it says now. I don't know. We got Morgan State, the Bears, -6 though. The Ryder, the moving company, when's that tip? 7:00 tip. Texas State they're up big. Yeah, 72-57 winner. What did that Wisconsin? I said 60 is what they were going to finish at. Finished at 66. We got the under. Oh, wow. Big turnaround on Wisconsin. Whiskey was losing by 10. They closed the first half. They're up 2, 34-32.
66 points.
66. So we're still in good shape. I mean, they'd have to have 79. They could do it, but they'd have to have 79.
Under
Rutgers
75
don't
and a half.
score.
That's okay.
Rutgers don't really
Yeah,
score.
I'm just saying you got Wisconsin under 75 and a half. That's okay.
Yeah, they'd have to score 44 points.
Yeah.
No, 42.
All right, how do you want to end it?
Wisconsin, Colorado, Oregon. Yeah, I think that's let's see. Colgate plays tonight too. I've always enjoyed betting Colgate this year. They're just kind of a system play. You just close your eyes and bet Colgate. But they're laying 19 points tonight.
Ooh.
That's a lot of points to lay against Holy Cross, the Crusaders of Holy Cross. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yep. Next week we'll be here.
Yeah, next Thursday we'll be here.
I'll have the jitters.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yep. Because the next day you're going that Friday.
Well, I'm only gonna get home. We'll pack up out of here. Got to try to get a good 5-hour nap in before I hit the road at 2:30 in the morning. Headed to Oaklawn for a weekend of DGen.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to bet the horses for 3 days in a row.
Yep.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. All right.
Well,
next week.
Yeah, next week we'll see you guys. For David, I'm Clemson John, and we'll see you next week at Casino Queen.